to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Tēnā koutou, katoa, nā mai haramai. Hello and welcome to the Edgar Centre in Dunedin for a showdown between the unbeaten Otago Nuggets and the rising Wellington Saints. It's another Sal's NBL Saturday doubleheader, starting with the Nuggets and the Saints. Justin Nelson with you. Hope you're well. Sitting right beside me, 118-game star with Washburn University, Kason Bookman. Great to see you. Welcome.
I was not expecting that intro. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to watch this game.
Oh, well, we're full of surprises. You know that. There's the ladder as it stands at the moment. Of course, we are in the sixth round. Look at the Nuggets up there on top. The Rams in game mode tomorrow. But look at 3 down to 10. The Giants, of course, with the win last night, start to creep up.
It's anybody's ball game. You can't count any of these teams out. All the teams are stacked, and they're all fighting for those top 6 spots.
Speaking of games still to come in round 6, busy times tonight and of course tomorrow as well. Tuatara up against the Hawks. Looking forward to that one. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank taking care of the commentary duties. And then the big double Sunday, Jets, Bulls. Jets in a bit of form, flying high. Sunday sesh, Rams and the Giants. That game also available live and free on Prime. Looking forward to it. Well, let's have a look at the Saints starters for this one tonight. They're starting to settle down, aren't they? Split a tough double last week, went down to the Rams before heading further south and taking care of business against the Sharks. Kyle Adnam, how about his form last week?
Unlike anything I've ever seen before. 18 assists in one game, plus 18 points or so on top of that. It was an unbelievable performance.
Marlon Taylor, of course, had that big dunk that went right around the world. Musius, Vodanovic, Smith, Milner, they're the starters. Troy McLean is the coach. Here's his thoughts on tonight's game.
Kia ora, Troy. Welcome to the Chilli South. Now, this evening you're up against the unbeaten Nuggets. What is it that you guys have to do well in order to get the win?
I think a lot of different things. We've been working hard this week on our defense and our defensive systems. So we really want to be able to hang our head on that this game, and they provide a good test to be able to do that.
And who gets the job on marking big Sam Timmins? Of course, is it a straight matchup, or are you looking for a number of players to step up and provide cover?
Well, we've got a few good bigs that I think can do the job, but yeah, it's a team effort across the board. So yeah, we'll be throwing a few bodies at him. Yeah, he's a good player, so we've got to do a good job.
Cool. Kia ora, Troy. Good luck for tonight.
Thanks, mate.
He most certainly is a good player, Sam Timmins. There's Michael Harris. What a couple of weeks he's had for the Nuggets. Starters for the home team tonight, young Robbie Coleman starting to come of age. Michael Harris right on cue as he puts up a shot in warm-ups. Ja'Cory McLaughlin, Todd Withers and Sam Timmins. 6 and zip. It's actually, in this competition, harder to keep that winning streak alive. What a start to the season they've had, Kason.
They have had chemistry from the get-go, and it's just been an exciting team to watch. And they can only get better as the season goes on. So the Saints have a really tough job on their hands tonight.
Coach Brent Matahari, of course, reigning champions. He is a championship winning coach 2 times over. Here's his thoughts ahead of this big game against the Saints.
Kia ora, Brent. This is the start of 3 straight home games for the Nuggets. How important is it to play well and pick up wins at home?
Oh, look, I think picking up wins in this league is super important. Obviously, you know, you look at the table and it's pretty congested down there, and you know, obviously we're sitting at, you know, with 6 wins and, you know, happy with that, but there's still work to do, and you know, obviously that's our focus.
And the Saints are coming off a good road win against the Sharks. Now, what did you take away from watching that game?
Oh, look, they're a real talented squad, and you know, certainly weapons right across the floor, and you know, that Kyle Adnam, what a spark he was, and so, you know, obviously it's going to take a lot to, you know, make sure we dampen him down a little bit, and you know, put the work in to make sure those other guys around the perimeter and, you know, big dogs getting down the lane, we take care of that.
Cool. Cheers, Coach. All the best for tonight.
Yeah, kia ora.
Well, Kason, let's have a look at the TAB head-to-head in this one, and there are some telling stats. There's also some pretty key players, but let's have a look at the points against. We're looking at the #1 defensive team in the competition, the Nuggets, up against, and it's early days, I get that, the worst performing defensive team in the Sal's NBL. That is a pivotal stat with thanks to TAB.
Yeah, it's huge. The Saints, they are one of the top scoring teams as well, as they know how to put points on the board. Now, if they can prevent the Nuggets from putting more points than them on the board, they'll have a successful game. But they've been struggling with that this season, giving up a lot of points. I think they're ranked in the bottom 2 of points given up in a game. So it'll be a big task for them tonight.
And of course, Michael Harris, Kyle Adnam, top scorers. Sam Timmins, Tom Vodanovic, they're going to spend some time on one another, you would think, throughout this game. The officials for this one in Dunedin. Crowd, of course, loves their Nuggets. Piling into the stadium, Callum Welch, Sharon Martin and Hamish Dale with the whistles. Scores, results so far in round 6. The Airs and the Hawks on Thursday night. The Hawks snap a 4-game losing streak, getting home by 9 points. And then last night, the Giants, 2 wins in a row. They get the Sharks down at ILT Stadium, Southland, and we're starting to see the Giants come alive. Of course, very good season in 2022. Slow start, lost their opening 5 games. Impressive signs with wins over the Airs and now the Sharks.
Yeah, they've got nothing to lose at this point. I mean, round 6, there's still many rounds to go. However, they've got nothing to lose right now, so they're going to lay it all out on the court.
By the way, we love doing our research in the Sky Sport commentary position as these two teams about to step out and do battle. How many points do you think you scored at Washburn? Washburn University in Kansas, by the way. How many points do you think you scored during your 118-game career?
Not enough, clearly. We didn't get a national championship, so not enough, not nearly enough.
Well, 989 points. What happened to the other 11?
Oh, man, the last game I must have choked. Last game, senior night, we lost it, close one at home. It was gut-wrenching, but you know, I don't live in those days, so I try to put those behind me. I didn't even know I played 118 games, so thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Look at this young man getting photos and high fives and didn't want to give the ball up.
Put him in the middle. He wants to do the jump.
Big slam and Sam. In fact, Ty Smith-Milner just got dry air then. Did you see that?
Left him hanging.
Just about set for a start. Looking forward to this one. It's been billed as the game of the round. So much talk. The Saints, are they on their way back? They would love a win here. Second trip south in as many weeks. Smith-Milner wins the tap. And look who's got the first possession. The man who put away 18 dimes against the Sharks last week.
Unbelievable performance by Adnam last week. Let's see if he can capitalize on that this week.
Here he is as the shot clock ticks down to single digits. He'll go it alone. Comes up a little bit short on the shot. Here comes Withers. Straight to McLaughlin. And the Nuggets look to get an early basket. It'll come off the hand of Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Can't finish. Oh, Harris was there.
He was there. They need to find that body. Can't give them those offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities.
Looked like a leg in there. Good combination against the Sharks, Adnam and Smith-Milner. Smith-Milner finished with 25 points in that game, 11 of 12 shooting.
They did an incredible job. It's really easy when you've got a big man down there to pass to. Those long arms makes it quite easy for Adnam.
Robbie Coleman just with a push there on the inbound, picks up the early foul. By the way, I think I may have discovered where your 11 short points came from. You were 80% from the foul line.
Oh, yeah, I had one really good year from the foul line. Yeah, there's not so much.
I'll stop talking about your career.
Yeah, let's
now.
not. You're embarrassing me.
Inbound ball. Adnam ended up back with it. Here's Taylor. Always good for a highlight. Did some amazing things against the Sharks. Foul called here. Did you see that dunk of Marlon Taylor?
That dunk was one of the most athletic dunks I've seen in any basketball game in any country. He came flying out of nowhere. Double hand throwdown. Incredible to see.
Pretty special, wasn't it? It's been racking up the views right around the world, into the hundreds of thousands now. Here's Adnam, shot clock down to 8, and again another foot in here. So still no score. Haven't even gone a minute in this one. Feels like we've had about 8 whistles.
Feels like it. A little bit stagnant, nothing really happening on offense, but that's a token to the Nuggets defense.
And we know just how good they are. Lucius finds some space, fires away from up the top, and there's the opening points in this game. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot, great finish. He held it up there. He knew that was going in. Beautiful shot.
Isaiah Musius, 16 games in the NBA G League season just gone by. Here's McLaughlin backing it down on Adnam. Couldn't finish the fadeaway.
McLaughlin likes that matchup against Adnam. He's going to take that against him all day long. And he's got that skill. He's got that ability to use the body, create the bump, and then do the fadeaway shot.
And they're battling at both ends, aren't they? Smith-Milner gets big. Sammy Timmins reaching for the lights. Harris up quickly. On the move, Michael Harris doesn't get the roll. Nuggets still looking for their first score of the game.
Did a great job bobbing and weaving through the defense there. Just couldn't get the finish. Gotta find that soft touch.
Nice pass inside. Vodanovic. Smith-Milner misses a bunny. Goes back at it a second time. And in the end, Marlon Taylor with a miss as well. So 3 opportunities there for the Saints. Literally go begging.
Just can't get the ball to fall at the moment. That's all right. Did a great job sticking with that offense. It's a rebound.
As Harris fires away at the other end. He's been on a bit of a scoring blitz the last few weeks. Todd Withers and Tom Vodanovic, big battle inside at the moment. You can see that taking place. Spinning to the basket. Oh, Kyle Adnam.
What an incredible take. No problem going up against a big guy. But you were talking about that, those big guys going against each other, and Withers with the finish. Beautiful pass there. Great finish. Like I was saying, you want to see those big guys going at it down low. It's really exciting basketball to see these two.
Speaking of big guys, Tom Vodanovic taking the young man, Robbie Coleman, to the basket. Saints lead this one early by 5. In a tight tussle early, Sam Timmins. His first shot of the game is a ripper. How about that from Slam and Sam?
Wow, you just love to see that. Taking it in confidently all the way and slamming it in his face, making a statement. Well done by Timmins.
Nothing better to get this Edgar Center crowd going is again Smith-Milner. 11 of 12 shooting last week, just can't get the roll early in this one. Nuggets come up with it. McLaughlin receives, can't finish.
That's a good shot in transition, especially with McLaughlin. You want him taking those shots. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Adnam, he'll fire from deep. Back of the ring, flat ball coming off for the rebound. Vodanovic pushing it across the line. Just under 4 minutes played. Been tough going. We expected it coming in. Don't think this is going to be a high-scoring one tonight.
I don't know. The way the Saints are crashing the board right now, it just might. Just might be.
Part of a big doubleheader, of course. Tuatara and the Hawks coming up straight after this. Hawks coming off that win against the Airs on Thursday night. Some form. Speaking of form, Harris.
I love the way he drives. No hesitation. He bobs his way through the defense, finds his way to the basket. Well done by Harris.
Here's Musius. Settled in nicely with the Saints. Darnay Samuel into the action. Oh, nice work, Darnay Samuel.
The footwork on that one. Beautiful job by the big guy. Was not expecting that, actually.
He sold the candy to Sam Timmins, who was left at the counter. Darnay Samuel with the finish.
Great hands on defense there.
And we know the talent of Darnay Samuel. Still only 23 years of age. Can definitely do the mercurial. Can't miss him on court tonight.
It's quite the do. You should probably look into that.
What, that?
I think blonde would suit you.
I'll pass, thank you. I used to be blonde.
Oh, yeah. Just a touch of grey now. A little salt and pepper.
Oh, thank you. Here's Withers firing away. He's been in form from deep. That's his first one from downtown tonight. Putting away over 3 a game. And Todd Withers, if he gets going, look out. Here's Vodanovic back the other way. That actually hit the backside of the backboard, I thought. Wasn't seen. Toughen into the action. He loves a triple. Marlon Taylor with a second effort here, and it's a good one.
That's a strong offensive rebound and a beautiful take to the rim. Strong, no hesitation. And Withers with another 3. We don't mind that. Don't mind that in transition, especially from Withers. He's been so solid this season.
3.7 triples a game at 35%. Little floater coming in from Tuffin as a miss. And it's been a bit of a change in his game. Kaysen, Todd Withers taking a lot more three-point attempts this season. And so far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got the imports coming in, you want them to put the shots up, especially when you have someone as talented as Withers. And you got to reward the guy for his effort on defense. He's just been so solid, and he's bringing such an energy to this team defensively.
Early danger signs on the stat sheet, with thanks to TAB for the Saints, or for the Nuggets in this case. The Saints getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but they're just not finishing those short shots. Only lead by 2. You feel they could be leading by a bit more at the moment.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but you can tell that was part of their game plan.
Tough shot, McLaughlin, in and out. Adnam heads up play. Oh, there's a big push there, Tom Vodanovic. That went unseen, and he's finished the shot.
Hey, you know what? As long as the ref doesn't see it, didn't happen.
You take the score any way you can get it. Good combination. Vodanovic and Adnam. Vodanovic there, fouling from behind. Withers will head to the TAB. 3:22 left in this opening quarter. It's been a good tussle so far. Saints lead it by 4. Vodanovic heads to the sidelines for a seat. 90 Dougal metre into the action. And you just feel, Kaysen, as we've seen, well, we saw it last year, in fact, once the Saints got on a roll and started chalking up some regular wins, they really play off that confidence level that we come to expect from the team from the capital, 12-time champions.
Yeah, exactly. Right now the record doesn't matter because still a lot of season left to play, and you can't count any of the teams out. Doesn't matter that they only have 2 wins. Still a lot of games left to play.
Withers came into this game at 100% from the TAB. He's converted 1 of 3 there.
It's not like him. He's usually really hot from the free throw line.
I'm glad I didn't talk about his percentage before he started shooting.
Maybe you should have, then you would have helped him out.
Matt Bardsley into the action playing defense here. The headband brothers are out there. Smith Milner still looking for the roll. Finishes it though. And another offensive rebound early in this one for the Saints.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job crashing the board. All 4 or 5 players are there, and it's giving them those second chance opportunities.
It's clearly been an instruction coming into this game. Withers short on the iron, loose ball. Aitchison and Tuffin were battling. Look who comes up with it, the slippery eel himself. Matt Bardsley, he's fouled, and he'll head to that TAB strike.
And that's what these Nuggets need to do as well. They've got to crash the boards on offense just as hard as the Saints are. Great job slipping through the defense. Smith Milner not too pleased with that call, but great job to get to the TAB.
No early foul trouble for either of these teams. Here is Matt Bardsley. He's been a real life of energy, just that spark coming off the bench for the Nuggets so far this season. Out of Palmerston North, of course. Been down in Dunedin for quite some time now and doing some wonderful things.
Yeah, he really is. He's a great 6th man. He brings so much energy to this team. Both ends of the court. You saw it on that last play.
Margin down to 4, back out to 6. Kenneth Tuffin on the score sheet tonight. Into the game early. He's only played 6.5 minutes a game in the last 2 for the Saints. Here's Harris. Searching, wants Timmins inside, finds him, Samuel with him. Tuffin comes and doubles. Timmins gets some space, not enough in the end. Good defense from the Saints.
That was a great defensive play. Push Timmins out, make him shoot a fadeaway shot. That's not one of his biggest strengths. He'd rather bully you inside and then take it straight up, but great job defensively.
Well, Smith Milner, you don't want to give him room at the arc. He's going at 55% from downtown this season, just a tick under 2 threes a game. And he'll be more than happy to fire away from deep. All of a sudden, the Saints by 9.
what an asset to have on this Saints team. A big guy that can do both, shoot outside, pulled Sammy Timmons out as well defensively. That creates a lot of opportunities for the big guy.
Visitors will be happy with the start here. This would be a big dagger early. Tuffin comes up short though. Sloppy pass. Aitchison involved. Tuffin gets it back to the meter. Gee, could have made the Nuggets pay there.
They could have done a lot more with that play. Kind of rushed that three. I think they were wanting that statement play, but great job hustling on defense. Just gotta find a better shot than that.
Hardy would have had his heart in his mouth then. Here's Timmins. Again, instantly doubled. Saints working him over. Harris somehow got the shot up. There's a push on the rebound. That'll be against Taylor. Flying in over the back of Michael Harris. He picks up his first foul in the game.
Great job by Harris, again, driving it to the hoop, getting to the TAB. Well, not to the TAB, sorry, that was on a rebound. But he was in a good position. Taylor not in the great position. Shoved him in the back. It was very obvious. Great call by the officials.
So inbound ball here for the Nuggets. Both teams, of course, still have their Sky City player timeout, likely to be used at the back end of the second quarter as opposed to the first. Michael Harris. Never scared of having a look, Michael Harris. Here's Adnam, Darcy Knox, and Adnam in the end just under the pressure. Passed it to a Saint, but it was Smith Milner sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I think it was a no-look pass that probably should have been looking. It's an unfortunate turnover there.
Well, he passed it to him plenty of times last Sunday night against the Sharks. Just that familiar face.
Enough to rack up 18 assists.
What have you made of the start tonight by the Saints, Kason Bookman?
I think they've done a really awesome job on offense, and they're really putting pressure on defensively as well. But great by Jacob McLaughlin.
So McLaughlin hopping and skipping, finds a way just to peg this margin back. He'll head to the TAB. 4 games with the Dallas Mavericks, of course. Ja'Cory McLaughlin arrived here in New Zealand off the plane from the Santa Cruz Warriors in the NBA G League. 13 NBA G League players currently running around in the Sal's NBL.
That's really exciting. Just that level of talent, that experience coming over here, and it's just going to elevate the game even more every year trying to get more and more imports, and then it's going to bring up the local talent as well.
First points of the game tonight for McLaughlin. He has 3, averages 17 a game. 4 players for the Nuggets in top 20 scoring so far this season. We know that they can put the points on in the right sets of hands. It's been a big defensive job by the Saints in this opening quarter though. Something that Troy McLean will be very happy with. Offensive foul against Darnay Samuel.
I think there was a little bit of an extension there, and you could see, I think it was on Coleman or was it on Harris? I don't remember, but you could see their head snap back. So there was a lot of contact on that screen. Very obvious call for the refs to make.
And now with 6.4, chance to land a late blow. It's in the hands of McLaughlin here. The fans sit in anticipation. Robbie Coleman got the shot off in time. It'll count. Big finish for the Nuggets to end this first quarter. And the young man, one half of the Headband brothers, comes up with a big, big shot. Quarter time here. That margin is now down to 3. Saints lead at 20-17. Don't go away. Second quarter on the other side of the break. Welcome back to the Edgar Centre. Saturday night basketball, first of the doubleheader right here on Sky Sport. Tuatara and the Hawks coming up after this. And once again, Sal's Super Special. Love this one for round 6. The cupped pepperoni topping on any large pizza. You get it for free. Swish, that's the code. Available till next Wednesday. Get out and enjoy some Sal's New York authentic pizza. Saints lead this one by 3. Pretty hectic opening period. And all of a sudden, off that Robbie Coleman three-pointer on the buzzer, it's back to within 1 shot.
Yeah, the Nuggets did a great job to end the quarter. Drew that play up beautifully, got the shot in the corner, and brought the lead back within 3.
Some of the stats with thanks to TAB. Shooting hard pressed at the moment. Saints at a 39% clip. Nuggets going at 30%. Offensive rebounds, impressive for the Saints. They've taken 5, which is a good sign for them. They lead the rebounds 17-11. Leading scorer for the Saints, Torrey Smith-Milner with 5. 2 of 7 shooting. He has missed some early opportunities under the basket. Todd Withers, leading scorer for the Nuggets with 6 points.
Yeah, the Saints are doing a really great job, though, getting that offensive glass. They just need to get those shots to fall. They got to keep that pressure on. And Timmons didn't get the own tip in, but they went in.
He sealed well, didn't he, on Darnay Samuel? He knew that he was beaten as soon as he saw the pass coming. Not sure whether Timmons will get those 2 points or Darnay's help the scoreboard tick along a little bit for the Nuggets. Here's Withers. Another 3. Yes, indeed. Todd Withers up to 9.
He is letting it fly tonight. I am absolutely loving it. I'm here for it. Keep shooting that ball, Todd.
2 of 4 from deep already for Withers. He is second in the league for made three-pointers so far this season. Foul called. Nuggets have the lead by 2. They've actually scored the last 8 points in the game.
Yeah,
There's
you
that
see
foul.
that body contact there. That's going to be a foul every time. Going for the ball, but you got to let him catch it. You can't go up and body him. Don't mind the attempt, though.
Quick sub for the Nuggets. Robbie Coleman with 2 fouls. Here's Taylor in the corner. I think the Nuggets would be more than happy to keep Marlon Taylor as far away from the ring as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
Late shot clock. Samuel just ends up walking around Timmons in the end. And a foul on the inbound. Just a little bit overzealous, Tom Vodanovic, wasn't he?
Yeah, we call that a ticky-tack foul. This foul is completely unnecessary. It's not even the guy that you're guarding. You don't want to get those cheap early fouls, especially second quarter.
And that might be his 3rd. It is. So
Third.
danger signs for the Saints. They have had their big fellas in foul trouble a number of times this season. So Vodanovic sits with 3, and that's a big blow just a minute and a bit into the second quarter.
Yeah, if you're the coach, you probably want to sit him out until the second half because you don't want him to get his 4th in the first half. That's a very dangerous territory to be in.
And you could see the look on Tommy V's face as soon as he, well, clumsy foul, let's call it what it was.
Yeah.
He knew straight away. He didn't need to be there and involved in that. So he sits with 3, and as you said, Kaysen, we may not see him for the rest of this half. Shot clock down to 3, turn around. Just needed a little bit more on it from Timmons.
Just a little bit more. And my fault, I said Timmons that wasn't his strength, but his fadeaway looks pretty nice.
Look out, here they come. Harris receives from Withers, turns the arc of Darnay Samuel, and he's fouled. So Michael Harris will visit the stripe. He 1 of 7 shooting at the moment. It's been a hard start for him, but no better place to get your eye in than from the TAB.
Exactly. He is really strong with those pull-up jumpers, especially mid-range. He's got that nice touch. You don't want him to find it if you're the Saints defense.
75% from the stripe this season. His last few games, he's really taken off the Australian. Of course, signed with the Perth Wildcats. I believe his coach, John Riley, is either in the country or will arrive soon. No doubt to have a look at his young charge and see how he's travelling.
I thought you said he was going to come here and try to steal him away.
Well, he will after the season.
Thank God, we want to see him finish this out.
Nuggets by 2. Lucius with a little bit of space. Harris down low defensively. Ball out. Smith-Milner gives it up. Tuffin just hesitated in the end. Has to go on the drive, and he was surrounded by blue.
It was really good ball movement by the Saints, but that little hesitation absolutely killed him.
Oh, big block coming in over the top. Marlon Taylor. Don't think Sam Timmins knew where he was. A definite basket save there by the Saints as Adnam is held up the other way. Turnover. McLaughlin receives. Somehow got a shot up. May have copped a bump to the head even on landing. And now Mucius is met by Withers. So 3 drives in a row. Up and down basketball and good defense each time.
Yeah, exactly. Bodies are flying everywhere. Great takes to the basket, but just kind of take it up under control. I know Ja'Cory was trying to get a foul on that one, but it's a bit of a circus shot. Probably not going to get that foul called.
Here's Withers. Oh, look at the space that Todd Withers has got. Big opportunity there. Goes begging. The Saints knew it as soon as they saw the ball land in his hands as well. Great pass. Adnam to Mucius. And Isaiah Mucius is off to the line. Good setup. Good play from the Saints.
He does a beautiful job, Adnam, of drawing the defense to him and then craftily throwing that ball to his teammates, finding them in the open space. And that's what you want in a point guard. Someone that can find you and make your job easy.
Looked like a fairly calm conversation there between Troy McLean and Callum Welch. Not that we're anywhere near them to find out or listen into what they were saying, but it looked calm.
Looked very calm, extremely calm.
Here's Mucius. First one in and out, going at 87.5% from the TAB.
That's a fairly good percentage from the TAB.
Not sure that he ironed his singlet before he stepped out tonight, though.
Pulled it out of the bag, probably from the last game.
Second one is good, and we're back to a 1-point margin. Great crowd in attendance tonight, spread all around this Edgar Centre. Darcy Knox, maybe a little bit too much dribble in the end. Does come up with it somehow. Timmins, McLaughlin, step back. Taylor still buzzing about. Doesn't matter. What a shot.
Double pump fake, got the defense up off the ground 2 different times. They nailed that shot. Calm, composed, beautifully done by Ja'Cory.
No doubt about the foul on the inbound. Darcy Knox almost had Kyle Adnam handcuffed. Not sure that Kyle Adnam appreciated the close attention. In fact, he was signalling to the official for an unsportsmanlike. Let's have a look at him go to battle again here. They're still having a chat. Knox was all over him. This time provides a little bit of space.
I'm really enjoying the defensive pressure from both teams. Not making anyone's day any easier. And there's Adnam taking it to the hole, unlucky.
Smart play to get rid of Knox. Here's Bardsley. That's a tough cover. Smith-Milner, who's called for the foul, he's claiming he jumped up in a straight cylinder. Smith-Milner, that's his second foul. I mentioned before Vodanovic 3. That has ticked back to 2 on our stat sheet. So maybe there was one that was added incorrectly earlier. But Tom Vodanovic, if you're a Saints fan, as we head to a timeout, some good news on the official stat sheet at the moment. It is showing 2.
That's what you want if you're the Saints team. You need to get him back on the floor because he can help relieve some pressure from the guards and the other big as another option. He's doing a great job in there.
Team merch with thanks to New Balance and Belgravia Apparel. There's the QR code. Now I ask everyone in our commentary team when I catch up with you as we all buzz about the country calling Sal's NBL games. Favourite singlet at the moment. What have you liked so far this season, Casey?
I started off liking the Airs because I like the mountain on their black uniform.
The black, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Just because, you know, New Zealand proud. But I do have to say the Nuggets light blue is
baby blue.
a dream. It is a dream. I absolutely love it.
Well, I think you've just joined the club. Casey Frank's a big fan. Andrew Mulligan, Brooke Russell. I think everyone's a fan of the Nuggets baby blue, and I'm not sure whether it's available in the shop. You'll have to go in there and have a bit of a look and see if you can pick up some baby blue singlets. But it is definitely the #1 choice amongst the Sky Sport commentary team.
We'll just have to sneak into the changing rooms after the end of the season, try to steal one.
Just take them all, you think. 5 of 9 from the TAB at the moment, the Nuggets. Bardsley on the second, misses that as well. So 5 of 10, and you know what they say about free throws? Here's Adnam. Smith-Milner down low, briefly doubled. Toughen on the move, nowhere to go. Good defense. Somehow winds up with Marlon Taylor, who finishes.
Beautiful job by Taylor. He realized he didn't have any other option but to take it up. Nice little baby jump shot.
Some important minutes here at the moment. Darcy Knox and Matt Bardsley providing some relief off the bench for the Nuggets. Here's McLaughlin. Uses Timmins, fires from deep, and another three-pointer for Ja'Cory McLaughlin.
Great use of the screen there, and Sammy Timmins, well done. He's got such a big body. He can create a lot of space for his point guard, and that's exactly what he did.
McLaughlin moves to 9. Smith-Milner can't answer. That's come off the hand of Taylor, who screams at the referee. Not sure that he has anything to complain about. That looked like it clearly came off his hand.
It was definitely off of him. Sometimes you have to sell it, though, you know. You try to get a call change your way. Anything you can. Try to get a little sneak in there. Try to hack the game, but...
I'm not sure that screaming at the officials is going to help your cause.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good tactic, I don't think.
Hamish Dale was right on the spot. Oh, here he is again. McLaughlin drains another triple, and right now, the Nuggets are on a heater.
They are on form at the moment, and none other than Ja'Cory McLaughlin lighting it up from 3.
Darcy Knox back to his feet. Big screen from Bogdanovic down the other end of the court. Good basket, though. Nice reply from the Saints.
Great find there by Adnam again, doing what he does best, finding his teammates, cutting into the basket in transition. Well done.
Harris to Timmins, just copped a bump from Adnam. You'd slot that one down as a professional foul from the 29-year-old Aussie.
Not much you can do against that big guy. He's got some length. How tall is he? 6'9", 6'10"?
He's a genuine 7-footer, Sam Timmins.
He's such a big guy, and great job keeping the ball high above his head. No one's going to get that. The only chance they had was to foul him down low.
Leading centre in the league for assists as well, going at just under 4 dimes a game. Big slam in Sam Timmins. He'll be happy with that first shot going away from the, or dropping from the TAB. Just 40% from the line so far this season.
That's something that the big guys always struggle with, seems, but always something to improve on. But he's doing well tonight.
Absolutely, 2 of 2. And that lead out to 8. Been a terrific second quarter by the home team as Adnam trying to get this Saints team up and motoring again. They had a great start tonight. Led by 9, I think it was at one stage. In fact, it was 8. No, it was 9. Led by as much as 9 in that opening quarter. But this second term at the moment, 17, make that a 19-7 run from the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, the Nuggets' defense right now is just not giving the Saints many options. You saw earlier when Taylor was inside, he didn't have anywhere to pass it. He just had to take it up himself, and that's exactly what Adnam's trying to do. He's driving in, trying to create something for this offense, but they've got to find a way, get that ball moving, and get the defense to shift.
Adnam 85% at the TAB this season. Knox both down. Here's Knox on the move. Everyone just left him alone. Darcy Knox, literally everyone got out of his way. And he thought, well, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm just going. It was like a bus lane during peak hour. Look at this.
I was going to say they were splitting the seat because, look, just down the middle, nobody was even stepping in to help.
Well, Musius and Dougal Meter were both there and just did not get across and help out. They were more worried about their own player, and Darcy Knox made them pay.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated. He's like, well, this is a little bit too open, but he absolutely capitalized on it.
Mind you, I do take back what I said. I've seen some bus lanes pretty crowded in Auckland during peak hour.
Yeah, they get pretty crowded.
So maybe that wasn't an Auckland bus lane. Reaching down, Josh Aitchison, I think, in the end. Well, Darcy Knox may have picked it up. They both had a fair crack. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here's Darcy Knox, and yeah, just came in from the side, didn't he?
I don't mind that foul, especially going against Mucius. He's a really talented player, and you want to foul him early. Ideally not on the shot, but got him there on that one.
The Dunedin Dancers, gee, they were quick to get out on the court then as the two teams head for a timeout. The Nuggets with a big second quarter, leading this one by 8. Straight after this one tonight, it's a big doubleheader on Sky Sport. The Nuggets and Saints right now, Tuatara and the Hawks coming up from the Event Finder Stadium. Of course, Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank looking after that one. What are your thoughts on that one tonight? The Nuggets, the Tuatara have lost their last 2. The Hawks got that important win on Thursday night. We'll be talking about it, of course, on Hoopheads Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Hope you can join us for that. Your tip in that one tonight, Casey?
Oh, man, I don't know. It'll be a good game because the Tuatara are going to be looking to fight and scrap to try to get back on that winning side. But I like the Hawks' momentum at the moment, so it'll be a good game.
Not 100% sure that Cruz Pero Hunt will be playing in that one tonight. So keep an eye on that a little bit later. And then, of course, double tomorrow. Jets and the Bulls. You've seen a little bit of the Jets.
I love the Jets team. I like that little import trio. I would like to see a little bit more from the local talent, though, because the likes of Liam Judd, I love his three-pointer in the corner. He is on fire when he's open. They need to find a way to get him open more in the corners. Looking forward to calling that one tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, you'll be in the Sky Sport commentary box along with Andrew Mulligan. And I'll tell you what, there's no bigger Jets fan right now than Mulls. He is pumped about this team. Just does not stop talking about the men in green. They take on the Bulls tomorrow afternoon. Second one rolls in for Marlon Taylor. And then, of course, the Sunday sesh. The Rams and the Giants. All of a sudden, the Giants in a bit of form as they head to Christchurch. Speaking of form, 6-0 start to the season. The Nuggets, Harris found a gap. Mucius reaches in from behind, and he's just a crafty player, Michael Harris.
He really is. He's very subtly shifty. When you think you've got him stopped, he finds a way, he weaves through, and he drives it to the hole. Really great job.
Both teams in the bonus. Darnay Samuel with 3 fouls. Apologies for the scare through the Saints fans a little bit earlier on. Vidanovic, that stat sheet has been updated. He's got 2. Smith Milner has 2 as well. And for the Nuggets, Darcy Knox, Sam Timmins and Robbie Coleman all with a pair of fouls.
So if you're the coach, do you leave them on if they've got 3 in the first half and trust that they're not going to foul, or do you pull them?
I think if they've got 3 in the first half, they're sitting. Darnay Samuel is sitting at the moment. But I think also as this winds down, you know, maybe to the last 90 seconds of the half, I'd be happy to take Tom Vidanovic and Smith Milner out. And Smith Milner's not there at the moment, but you don't want to risk those 2 players if you're the Saints, and equally Timmins back the other way.
Absolutely right.
Floating it up and in. Marlon Taylor adds another 2. He's got 7 in the game now. Corner ball. Chance. Aitchison. No. Rebound. Not too many people are going to jump higher than Taylor.
Great ball movement there by the Nuggets. Found the open shot in the corner, just couldn't get it to fall.
Ja'Cory McLaughlin just coming across and leaning in on Mucius. And this has been a bit better from the Saints in the last couple of minutes. They're just settling back down, not letting that margin push out any further. It got out to as big as 9. They're just sticking with it.
It's starting on the defensive end. They've got full court pressure all the way baseline to baseline. They're pressuring the guards, not making it easy for the Nuggets team to find any open shots, bar that last play, but that came from the Nuggets ball movement.
Half the shots at the moment for the Nuggets are coming from outside the arc. 6 of 16 from downtown tonight. Saints from long range are 2 of 9. And we'll be back with you in a moment. We know we've lost pictures. Stick with us. Heading down towards halftime tonight in the Sal's NBL. We'll be back in a moment.
So, yeah, same shit. Internet error popped up at her end. She didn't even know that they lost pictures. She goes, but she thought we just lost comms. I said, no, we've lost everything.
So we've gone to a slide or something?
Yeah, we're on slide.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I'll just get Sky to keep rolling in the film material. So this is the third week in a row this happened.
Internet again. We've never had a problem there at all.
Never had internet with them. So but she didn't even know. I said to her, no, we've lost everything from you. And she went, oh shit, it says internet error.
Oh, so she must have moving pictures and all that sort of stuff going.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
What do you do? Anyway,
I just put it on our chat. I just said, starting to think I'm the bad luck in the bunker.
So we've lost comms to her as well. So she actually phoned me.
Okay. Alright, cool.
Want to know what he wants to do for half time. Do we want to just go to the half time from here, or just keep this up for now?
Oh, I think they should roll in the film material. I don't think
We've got 15 minutes at half time, so just fill it with something.
Where are we up to in the game?
It was heading down.
Half time yet?
It was heading down to half time. It was
3:20.
It was couple of minutes to go. In fact, that's live now, Justin.
Yeah.
So there's 2 minutes to go till half time now.
1:30 now.
1.5 minutes to go till half time.
Timmy made a 3.
Who, Sam Timmins?
Yeah. Oh, Donovich made one as well.
Yeah, game clock's down to about 1:30.
We'll probably miss half time.
It's fine.
Wow. Stink.
This is a good game. You could always just commentate to nothing.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There's still a minute 36 to go. I'm not sure what's happening.
I was
Timeout.
going to say might have gone to a timeout.
Might have gone to a timeout. Or maybe the time clock's frozen.
Oh, that's really funny.
One of the teams is doing something and the other one's doing something else, so...
Yeah, mate.
Sorry, Justin. Sound Justin.
Sound Justin.
Australian Justin.
Yeah, that doesn't work either.
Tasmanian Justin.
Welcome back to Dunedin, the Edgar Centre tonight. Apologies for the loss of picture. You're back with us live now. Sal's NBL action. Michael Harris adds a big three as we head down towards halftime. Nuggets out by 6. Got a feeling we may see a Sky City player timeout here, although maybe just asking questions about whether the Saints talking about shot clock, maybe? No.
Maybe game clock, I think.
Yeah, it'll definitely count. Big basket from Michael Harris. How many times have we seen him do that in the last few weeks?
Unbelievable. Steph Curry range too.
Heading down towards halftime, 4.5 seconds to go. Apologies again for the loss of picture. Hopefully it gave you a chance at home to grab a quick cup of coffee, maybe check on the dinner.
Or order some Sal's, you know?
Maybe some Sal's as you settle in for a night of basketball. Tuatara and the Hawks to come straight after this. There is the Sky City player timeout, which will allow the Saints to advance the ball, and the break in play was just to reset the game clock at 7 seconds. So Sky City player timeout here. Saints get a chance to move the ball up the floor, and they'll look for one more play. There's the QR code for the Sky City ticket to the big game. If you haven't got onto this yet, scan that QR code. 10,000 tickets to give away to community groups, sporting and school groups. And I think we're edging up towards about 4,000 of those tickets already snapped up, Casey.
That is so cool. What a cool opportunity to be able to take a group of whoever to a game, as they've been quite entertaining.
Here we go, last play, Adnam corner, Vidanovic 3, no. So the Saints unable to convert out of that player timeout, and that'll do us for the first half, I think.
I think Timmy got a player timeout. I saw 1.8 on the clock when he called that timeout.
You're spot on the rebound.
Yeah, on the rebound, he called it straight away. There was 1.8 seconds left. We'll see if they reset the clock. But a chance for a big play here for the Nuggets.
Oh, heads up play as well. Teams are quickly learning that it's not about when you've got possession on a sideline and not about signalling using your hands. As soon as you've got the ball in your hands, you can verbally call for the timeout. Only the player with the ball can do it. And you're right, 2 seconds. So this is a really big turnaround if they score here. Timmins, yes, he does.
Wow.
Well, how about that from the Nuggets? Sky City play a timeout, ineffective for the Saints. The Nuggets smart enough to call on the rebound. They advance the ball and they score. That could be a telling basket come the end of this game. Nuggets lead it by 8 at the half. We'll come back and discuss that along with all of the stats right after this break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Edgar Centre. Half-time in this one tonight. Big double-header on Sky Sport. Tuatara and the Hawks still to come. Justin Nelson with you. Kason Bookman sitting right alongside me. TAB stats to half-time. Nuggets lead this one by 8. What a thrilling end to that first half. More on that in a moment. Kason, take us through the TAB stats.
Well, it's been the story for Ja'Cory McLaughlin. He's been hot from the three-point range, but also doing a great job distributing the ball. And Vodanovich has come in and been really big for the Saints as well. Again, Harris, Timmons, all contributing as you would expect. Smith Milner a little bit quiet in the first half, but you look for him to come alive in the second half.
Yeah, we'll keep ticking through these stats. Smith Milner, 2 of 8 shooting tonight. Sam Timmons, that second quarter, 35-point quarter to the Nuggets, and Sam Timmons was right in the thick of it.
He really was. He's such a great contributor to both ends of the court, and he does such a great job. You saw him at the end of the half, called that player timeout, and then was rewarded for it on the other end. Was able to put the ball in and to increase the lead again for the Nuggets.
Well, it was a missed opportunity, wasn't it, for the Saints? McLaughlin with 2 steals as well. All of the stats Of course, brought to you by the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the TAB. And it was Sam Timmins who called that player timeout smartly off the rebound. 2 seconds on the clock. They advance, and Sam Timmins is the man to finish it all off. 35-24 second quarter by the Nuggets. We were talking about how tight this one was defensively after the opening 10 minutes. Gee, the floodgates opened up. You called it as well in that second quarter. Nuggets lead it at the half by 8. Still got a long way to go in this game. Sit tight, strap yourselves in. I think this one's going to go right down to the wire. Third quarter coming up on the other side of the break. Third quarter just moments away from starting here at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin tonight. First of a doubleheader right here on Sky Sport, the Sal's NBL. Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank just starting to warm up on the North Shore for the Tuatara in action tonight against the Hawks. Some of the crowd in here tonight, they love their hoops. Down in the deep south, the Sharks and the Nuggets, of course. I think they go into battle in the next few weeks. Actually looking ahead to round 7, Case and Bookman, the Nuggets are back at home next Thursday night, taking on the Aucklanders, the Tuatara. That will be a really hot game of basketball.
That'll be an exciting game, especially with Jared Weeks. He is having a hell of a season so far. He's really pushing that Tuatara team and making all the games close. It'll be an interesting matchup.
Saints return to the capital in round 7, the Sunday session. They're playing in that one against the Sharks. Quick turnaround. Those two teams, of course, met each other last week in round 5. They clash again next Sunday from 6 p.m. in the capital. If you haven't got your tickets to that game yet, let me tell you, you need to get on your bike and your skateboard and get it done. A lot of skateboards in Wellington, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've got a friend that's a skateboard instructor down there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she teaches lots of little communities, and she absolutely loves it.
Teaches the locals how to ride skateboards down the middle of Cuba Street.
Oh, no, they're jumping off, doing ollies,
Right.
all the skateboarding stuff. I don't know the tricks, but yeah, she's pretty good.
It is a big thing in Wellington. There's Mac the Miner entertaining the crowd. I was saying get your tickets because the Saints have had some big sellouts so far this season.
Yeah, the fans absolutely love watching it. I mean, why wouldn't you? They're coming alive. They're doing a really good job, especially at home. They'll be tough to beat.
Well, they lost their opening 3 games, of course, at home. But with what we've seen, you talk about them being tough to beat. If they can keep stringing together some of the form that they're starting to find, they get back on their home deck. It is a very daunting place to play. I think they're going to start to come alive in the capital. Mind you, speaking of jobs to do, they've got a pretty big job to do here at the moment because the Nuggets, that second quarter, came out firing with 35 points and they look sharp with an 8-point lead as we head towards the second half.
Yeah, they look like that Nuggets team that we've seen all season. The Saints have done a really great job, though, on defense. They're keeping the pressure up. The 3 ball for them isn't falling at the moment. They're usually a high percentage team from behind the arc, so look to see them shooting a few more from behind the arc the second half.
So Coach Brent Matahari, they've done such a good job, the Nuggets, in bringing in quality imports. We know that they've got 3 absolute beauties, but just the way that they've integrated those foreigners with the local contingent, I think in this squad this season, certainly in their top 12 players, they've got 8 who have won championships over the last few years.
It looks like a team that's been together for over a year. Like, honestly, their chemistry has been unbelievable, and creating that with imports and local talent is just, the coach has done a really great job of that.
Set to go here, third quarter action tonight from Dunedin. The Saints with some work to do. The Nuggets clearing out in that second quarter. Oh, selling the candy was Tom Vodanovic, and he gets the opening points of this second half. Just what the Saints needed. McLaughlin back the other way. Friendly roll, no.
I don't mind that by McLaughlin. In transition, he was open, but let's talk about that fake by
Vodanovic?
Vodanovic, yes, tough one for me. Beautiful play.
He moves to 16 points in the game as well. Leading scorer for the Saints tonight. Long time to look at it. 55% from the arc this season. Torhi Smith-Milner couldn't convert on that occasion, but they do get it back, the Saints. They've come out with a little bit of purpose.
Yeah, they're going to look to really put the pressure on offense. Again, they're going to hit those open threes, so Nuggets need to get out, not give them those open opportunities.
Here's Adnam. Just an outstretched arm there on Withers. Oh, slick pass, Kyle Adnam to Smith-Milner underneath.
He's got that no-look pass down pat. Bar of 1 in the first half. I had no idea it was going to the big guy. Well done by Adnam.
That's why he had 18 assists last week. Harris on the reverse. Lovely finish, rolling it off the fingers. Nuggets get their opening points of the second half.
He does such a great job. Again, you saw him do it in the first half, and he's just continuing to put the pressure on the Saints defense, driving into the lane. And look at that, none other than Ja'Cory McLaughlin with a great steal. The Nuggets look to push the ball up the court.
Through Harris again, this time just had a head of steam and a little bit too much on it. Mucius, hop, skip and a jump to the basket, and the Saints have added 6 in the opening 90 seconds of this third quarter.
You see lots of quick trips down the open court, coast to coast. Unlucky shot there. See the Saints push the ball up the court, try to get another look. And none other than Mucius. Well done.
That brings it back to 2. Isaiah Mucius now up to 9 points in the game, getting busy early in this third. And that margin a lot more favourable for the Saints here. McLaughlin had a look, dumps it off. Sam Timmons bustling in hard on Smith-Milner. Good hand in the end there from one of the two twin towers for the Saints, Smith-Milner or Vodanovic. They'll raffle that one. Marlon Taylor from deep. That one over the back.
Withers didn't even get a hand up. He's like, go ahead, shoot it. I know you won't.
Well, Marlon Taylor is just 28% from long range this season. So no doubt Todd Withers has read the scout. More than happy to let the Saints energizer bunny take the shot from deep. McLaughlin, here is Withers. Doesn't need an invitation. And that's probably his flattest shot of the night, Todd Withers. Productive early in this one. Taylor from the corner. Well, I'll tell you what, that right there, I don't know whether it's commentator's curse or commentator's gift, just talking about the fact that he's 28% from the arc, and look what he does.
Great find, though. Like, he was wide open, all thanks to Adnam, driving in, drawing the defense, spinning out, finding him in the corner. Such a crafty point guard, Adnam.
And what it's done is it's given the Saints a 1-point lead. That triple from Marlon Taylor. It's been a 10-2 start. In fact, make that an 11-2 start to this third quarter. Good signs here from the Saints. They go again, do they? Smith-Milner, corner, Musius's opportunity. And again, high bounce off the ring. And the Nuggets will get it back. Timeout. The Nuggets need to have a chat here, Kaysen. They've seen the Saints come out and do what they did early in this contest tonight, rattling on the points. Great start to this third quarter. And all of a sudden, from 8 down, they're 1 up.
They've done a really good job, obviously finding the open players in the corner, driving to the hoop, and going coast to coast. Both teams have been doing it, but the Saints have been more successful on their drives. Let's see if they can keep this intensity up going into the second half of the third quarter.
Michael Harris, 14 points in the game, leading scorer for the Nuggets. Vodanovic has 16 for the Saints. Official stats partner of the Salons NBL. The TAB. Can I bring you back to the Jets? You've seen a lot of the Jets so far this season. Of course, we get to travel around and see all of the crowds and the fans, mums and dads, the kids, big numbers attending Salons NBL games this season. There's just something about the Jets crowd, though. It's almost a thing. You have to wear green. The dressing up amongst the Green Army from Palmerston North is a lot of fun to go and see, isn't it?
Yeah, they must have a community page or something. It's like, all right, guys, everybody, you've got to wear green. Otherwise, you're not allowed in the door. And it's a sea of green when you walk in and you see the stadium. It's so cool to see that kind of support for the Jets team.
And of course, arena action tomorrow. Big game, that one against the Bulls. Still without Tyrell Harrison, the big man out injured. Speaking of big men, Sam Timmins has landed one from deep, nearly landed a second. Coleman kept it in, but straight to Darnay Samuel. 3 fouls in the opening half. Adnam, corner. Taylor, not again. No, short. And all of a sudden, running, McLaughlin. Downhill, gets to the ring, dumps it off. Robbie Coleman can't finish. And in the end, the Saints have done enough.
Yeah, they did a really good job there getting back on D. Great job by the Nuggets pushing the ball, but again, just can't capitalize on that coast-to-coast drive.
So the visitors up by 1. Had a 3-point lead at quarter time. The Saints down by 8 at the half. Early stages of this third going their way. I think that one might be against Robbie Coleman. Reaching in from behind. Marlon Taylor just getting accustomed to the floorboards here at the Edgar Centre.
Trying to catch his breath, get a little bit of a rest there. Superman on the floor.
Well, he was Superman last week against the Sharks. We were talking about that dunk earlier on, Kaysen, and Casey Frank was saying during the week that ESPN got on the phones to the officers of the Sal's NBL and said, send us those highlights. We want it splashed across the screens here in the United States. Amazing.
It was well deserved too. I mean, if you saw the play, I hope they play it over and over and over again, because it was a beautiful play and the dunk was unreal.
There's only about 340 million people over there to watch it as well. So hello to all of our friends in the United States. Of course, all of the Sal's NBL coverage through ESPN Plus. We know we have a lot of you over there that tune in and watch this little league from down under here in New Zealand. So we hope you're well as Marlon Taylor converts from the TAB. And why wouldn't you? Over the years, over the last 4 decades, some amazing players have taken that flight out here from the United States to play in New Zealand. Stars. And always put on a good show.
I mean, what a cool country to come to. Speaking as a foreigner myself,
There you go.
I've absolutely loved my time in New Zealand, and it's just such a beautiful country with 1,000 things to do. You want to go hiking? Sure. You want to go surfing? Sure. You want to go skiing? Not too far of a drive.
I do like the fact that you called it hiking. It took me a year to start calling it tramping when I moved over here.
And I'm sticking with hiking. It's hiking.
So ball knocked out of play by Samuel. Nuggets will get it back. 4.5 seconds on the shot clock. They trail by 3. Made their move in the second quarter, but the Saints have responded. Harris off balance. Darnay Samuel getting up high with the rebound, and they reset and reload. The team in white, the Saints. Here's Adnam. What can he do on this occasion? Oh, Darnay Samuel had it spent before it was in his hands. Rescued the situation. Adnam flicks it out. Vodanovic, corner. Taylor, third attempt from the corner. 1 of 3 in this quarter for Marlon Taylor. Same spot. And now wide open. Aitchison prefers to hand it off to Harris. Nowhere to go. Not sure that this is a set play from the Nuggets at the moment. They end up coming out to McLaughlin. Fires over Taylor. Back of the iron.
Unlucky. Just a weird sequence there. They didn't really have any rhythm, nothing really moving on offense. They got a shot off, but not what they wanted.
Here's Adnam again. Vodanovic did well inside. Is it a foul called on the floor, or will he head to the line here? Looked like it was Harris reaching in from behind. It was, and in fact, continuation counted there. So Tom Vodanovic will head to the TAB, and he's having some sort of a game tonight, Tom Vodanovic.
He's had a sneaky 16. Like, it's not been showboaty, it's not been, you know, massive dunks or anything, but
7 of 8 shooting as well.
yeah, he's done a really great job.
Here he is at the TAB, his first trip to the stripe tonight. Goes at a tick under 60%. Puts the first away. And this now is starting to move into the territory of a very good turnaround in just over 5 minutes of play.
If you're this Saints team, you've got to find Vodanovic. He's the man at the moment. Don't settle for those corner threes every time. If they're not falling, got to find the big man inside, because he is going to work.
13-point turnaround since the half. 15-2 run this quarter by the Saints. Hard to believe the Nuggets have only added 2 points in 5.5 minutes. Can Withers get them going? Timmons hands it off. Harris, close attention. Adnam gets the shot up and in. Michael Harris. Is that the spark the Nuggets needed?
Oh my God, he is so sneaky. Like, he can jump so high and elevate above the defense from the NBA range. He does such a great job of that.
Tuffin looking to respond at the other end. Harris has moved to 17. Here's Bardsley. McLaughlin, ball on the floor. And he's fouled by Marlon Taylor. Danny Young, rising point guard out there, looking to see how it's done. Gee, there's some good point guards in the Sal's NBL. Kyle Adnam, Ja'Cory McLaughlin, Jared Weeks, Jeremy Kendall.
Oh, it's completely stacked. On both ends, you got the bigs that have all been contributing as well. Point guards just absolutely lighting it up. It's very exciting to watch.
McLaughlin, 12 points tonight, 3 assists, 3 steals. As the Nuggets try and work themselves back now. It's been one of those games for both teams.
But this Nuggets team, they're not unfamiliar with close games. They keep their heads, they keep their wits about them, and they always have managed to pull out.
They closed out beautifully against the Tuatara last week, didn't they? They had that close game against the Jets earlier this season. at this venue. Got home by 1 for memory. So you're right, they've been involved in some close contests. Opened the season with 6 straight wins. And they close that margin to 1. Vidanovic now. Adnam. Oh, up fake was delightful. And the make. Kyle Adnam, textbook stuff. Get the defender off the floor. What a finish.
He was in complete control of that entire situation. The pump fake, the dribble, the pull-up, everything perfecto.
4-point margin, back to 2 now. McLaughlin on the pull-up, sweet shot. He moves to 16.
He's really good at that, Ja'Cory. He gets inside, gets that sweet little 15-footer, but he also distributes the ball extremely well to his teammates.
Kason Bookman with us tonight on Sky Sport as Smith Milner launches. Only as far as Sam Timmins dragging down another rebound. I mentioned before, your journey through college took you to Washburn in Kansas. Are you a Kansas girl?
Yep, born and raised. That's why I've been here so long, because not much to do in Kansas. A lot more to do here.
Well, hello to everyone in Kansas watching tonight on ESPN+. Here's Kyle Adnam, just shy of the stripe. Comes up a little bit short, margin of 2. Nothing in this one right now. Just over 12 minutes to play. Withers has been well held this quarter. Vidanovic with the job. You can see them battling away as Withers runs to the corner. Oh, well, we call him the slippery eel for a reason. Matt Bardsley just found a way.
He did. He's between him and Harris. They do such a great job of slipping through the defense. But there he is. Oh, can't get the answer back.
Well, that deserved a dime, didn't it, for Kyle Adnam? What a pass to Tuffin, who missed. One man who's been hitting is Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Comes up for another triple. He's 4th of the game. And just like that, the Nuggets are back in the lead.
He had a hand in his face as well. I mean, it's just one of those nights for him. He's going to knock it down.
19, McLaughlin. 4 triples. Smith Milner answers with 2 of his own.
Great shot from the TAB from the big man. Need him to get hot, start contributing more, because he can contribute from inside and outside.
He has 9 points in the game now. Withers hasn't had much of the ball this quarter.
Can sense a bit of his frustration with that pass. Saints have been relentless defending him.
Shot clock at 3. Here he goes again. Ja'Cory McLaughlin lights out tonight. The American point guard is putting on a clinic. Another triple for McLaughlin. And he just cannot miss right now. Adnam returning serve. Vidanovic involved. Foul. And the Nuggets get it back. Kason Bookman, talk to us about Ja'Cory McLaughlin.
I mean, how do you stop him? You know, he's hot from anywhere. He gets inside, he can shoot it up, he can drive, he can shoot it from NBA range. He's just unstoppable at the moment. For me, you can't let him get the ball. You got to get in front of him right now. Full court pressure. Try to shut him down. Make someone else shoot the 3.
Game high 22 in the game for McLaughlin. Here he is as we speak, and he'll fire away again. That is a heat check. Comes up short, but they'll get it back, the Nuggets. They'll reset. Bardsley ignores Timmins, now gives it to the big fella, and he drops it down with a hammer.
I love Sam Timmins. He's probably one of my favorite bigs in the competition just because he's so active. He plays nearly, 30, 40 minutes a game, and he still moves just as quick as the guards.
Almost looked like Bardsley as Vidanovic fires from deep and makes. That's a good basket for the Saints as we head to 3/4 time. Almost looked like Bardsley had realised who he ran past and ignored. Had to give it back to him. Oh, and here is Bardsley just slipping in like a shadow under the basket, right on the buzzer. And they've done it again, the Nuggets. They've scored late in the quarter. They've done it in all 3 quarters, getting the last basket. They lead it by 5. Long way to go in this one, though. Settle in. Big last quarter coming up in the Sal's NBL tonight. Nuggets lead it by 5. quarter to play here in Dunedin tonight. We've got a thriller on the cards, Saints and the Nuggets. Speaking of thrillers, always something special at Sal's, the cut pepperoni topping on any large pizza. There's the code SWISH, available till next Wednesday. Love a Sal's pizza. How about this? Up and down stuff in the third quarter. The Saints bounced back hard, Case and Bookman, but within the blink of an eye, what a finish by the Nuggets as they retake the lead late.
They just won't go away, these Nuggets. They're super competitive, and they are relentless on defense.
So 5-point lead now for the home team. Musius tries to get the Saints going early. Good attempt.
Really like that drive to the basket. He used his length. He was behind the backboard, actually. Couldn't get it to fall.
Foul on Adnam. Probably looked a little bit worse than what it was as Bardsley flicked his head back. And didn't he come up with a couple of big late plays? Matt Bardsley, the assist to Sam Timmins, ignored him completely at first before realising what he'd done. And also just sneaking in under the defence to get that last basket of the third quarter. Playing his role yet again, Bardsley. Here he is. Pass was a good idea. Defense was better. Saints get it back. Oh, up he goes. Marlon Taylor. He's good for one or two every game.
He really is. And that great job by Adnam finding him early, setting him up, and just so lucky to have that kind of athleticism on your team where you can just throw it into space and he can capitalize just like Harris, driving in the basket, doing what he does and what he has been doing this whole game.
He moves to 18 now. Michael Harris. Taylor. Vidanovic. Corner. Look at the attention from Withers. Gets Musius off the glass. Well, we just saw him with a nice drive. He's backed it up there with a make. And that's going to close the gap back down again. Basket for basket stuff to start this last quarter tonight. Tuatara coming up very, very soon against the Hawks. Stick with us. Another big night of Sal's NBL action.
Yeah, you see this pressure they're putting on Ja'Cory McLaughlin straight away. Nuggets have the ball. Harris going to look to drive again. They're leaving a lane open for him, but he's not taking it.
Gives to Coleman. McLaughlin, massive in the third quarter, looking to get going in this last. Withers has been quiet, but you know he'll come alive. He can do some mercurial things. Misses that. Smith-Milner tidies it up.
Good job. He's just having a hard time getting going, Pippen, because the defense on him has been relentless, not giving him any easy opportunities.
8 rebounds in the game now for Smith-Milner. Withers tonight, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and the 9 points all came in the first half. Just couldn't get going in that third quarter, and you've got to take your hat off to the Saints and the defensive job they've done tonight on Todd Withers.
Yeah, it's Vidanovic that was on him on the last play, and he's doing such a great job both offensively and defensively.
Oh, good basket. Toy Smith-Milner, we know what he can do, and he's starting to get his hands on the ball again now, early in the last. That gap back to 1. Here's Harris. Some space. Timmins hands it off. McLaughlin trying to use the body of Timmins. From deep again, Michael Harris. Well, this Nuggets team is just so fun to watch when they're on. And as you keep talking about Case and Bookman, they don't care how far out they are.
No, they're letting it fly, especially Harris. He's so springy. Sneaky springy.
3 of 9 from deep for Harris tonight. And the response from Isaiah Musius.
And again, the Saints aren't going away either. They are not going to give this game away. Pressure on defense. They are answering back all of the Nuggets' points.
Entertaining start to this last quarter. Musius called for the flop. Withers from the corner. Well, we just spoke about Todd Withers and what he needed to do. And that's exactly what he has done. Hands on the ball, Todd Withers. And the Nuggets continue to come up big from deep. 13 of 33 from beyond the arc tonight.
The chemistry of this Nuggets team and the unselfishness of each of the players. That's what makes a team. And any of them can go. And it's beautiful to watch because, yeah, I can't remember who had that last assist, but he could have shot it, but he made that extra pass to Withers. Try to get him hot, try to get him going in this last quarter. Well done.
McLaughlin with 5 triples tonight. Withers and Harris have 3 apiece. Vidanovic has been busy for the Saints. Couldn't put that one away. Someone's gone sliding through the signage. I think it's Marlon Taylor. Oh, big block. Smith Milner telling. Got to quickly get back on the bike and defend again. Timmins hands it off to McLaughlin. Here's Withers open. Vidanovic right there. Doesn't matter. Well, Vidanovic did everything he possibly could to make up ground there, but Todd Withers equal to the task, and that is a massive basket in the context of this one.
That was a huge basket by Withers, stepping up when his team needs him. He's been there the whole game, hasn't quite caught fire until now. When it matters most, he's done such a great job. The Saints have got to step out and not give him any of those opportunities.
Well, credit to Tom Vidanovic. As soon as he saw the ball headed towards Todd Withers, it's probably the fastest I've seen Tom Vidanovic move in a long time. He's a pretty quick guy for a big fella.
He really is.
He sprinted out there. He knew what was coming, and he did everything he possibly could, and in the end made it that much more difficult to hit the shot. That's how good the shot was.
It was, and Withers is great under pressure, as you've seen in the first half, but unbelievable job by the Nuggets to find him outside and trust him and put their faith in him to know that he's going to knock that shot down.
Well, we've seen some highlights, and I reckon we'll see a few of these feature on Tuesday night. Join us from 7:30 p.m. each week for the Sal's NBL highlight show.
You see Withers take a towel to the face from Harris.
Didn't see that.
Oh, that's pretty funny. He was going to run out, and Harris threw the towel behind him, smashed him right in the face.
Well, we've seen fresh air high fives to start the game. Got a feeling that little fella and Tohi Smith-Milner, who was left hanging, that might actually feature on Hoop Heads this week, and maybe the towel in the face as well. 6:34 to play, still a long way to go. We know the Saints can rattle on some points. We've seen it a few times tonight. They trail by 7 at the moment as Adnam tries to get busy. Coleman, good defense. Off hands, think it came off Withers, doesn't matter. Saints keep it alive.
Great hustle by Vidanovic there to get that offensive rebound. Give the Saints another opportunity to score here.
It'll end up in the hands of Taylor. Marlon Taylor with the answer for the Saints.
Great shot by Taylor there, stepping into that nice and balanced. Well done to knock it down.
She hit a couple from deep tonight, moves to 18 in the game now. Hands on foul, I think it'll be against Adnam.
Great job by Harris, doing what is one of his many strengths, driving to the basket and drawing the foul. So hard to shut down. He can elevate, he can drive, he's so quick and shifty. It's a tough assignment for the Saints team.
Can I give you a TAB stat?
Love to hear it. Shoot it my way.
Kyle Adnam's got 11 assists in the game.
11.
11.
That ball is like on a string in his hands.
Just keeps racking them up. Speaking of racking them up, Withers short. He's had a couple of massive plays already this quarter. Sam Timmins trying to explain what he was trying to do, but he is called for the foul. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And there it is there, just reaching in.
Just so tempting. But against a guy like Adnam, he is not going to give that ball up easily. Better off just running back, getting back on defense, especially against someone as crafty and shifty as Adnam.
Anyone's game tonight. Saints searching for their 3rd win of the season. The Nuggets, can they get and maintain a perfect 7 offensive foul? That's against Mucius, who wanted to go on with it there and get in the ear of Robbie Coleman. Taylor just dragged him away quickly to settle him down.
Those are the little things you can do on defense to get in the opponent's head. Good job there by Coleman, taunting him a little bit into that foul. It's a cheap foul you don't really want to give away at this stage of the game.
He's one of the young rising players we're seeing emerge in the Sal's NBL this season, Robbie Coleman. Been a number of them. Liam Judd. Oh, look at that. McLaughlin with another 2. Little bit of a fist pump there and a flex. Quick response by the Nuggets, and it's a good response. That lead back out to 6. Adnam underneath. Pass was great. Taylor surrounded. Samuel back into the action. Nowhere to go. And in the end, called for the travel. So turnover for the Saints. They've missed a couple of opportunities the last 2 times down the floor. Can the Nuggets make them pay again?
Yeah, I don't know. This Saints team, Kyle Adnam is distributing the ball so well. He's finding his teammates, threading the needle, giving them a great pass. They just need to capitalize on those passes.
McLaughlin. Oh, look at that. Oh, dear. Ja'Cory McLaughlin. High finish off the glass, off to the TAB. And yet again, these imports for the Nuggets, when the moment arises, when the call comes, they answer in spades.
It was a beautiful high finish off the glass. He made that look really easy. That is not an easy layup. On the fly, high off the glass. That's what you have to do, especially in the G League when you're playing against those towers, those really tall men. And he just did such a great job to get that ball in the hoop and managed to draw the foul at the same time.
26 points tonight for Ja'Cory McLaughlin, game high scorer, 6 assists, 3 steals, make it 27. And right now, the Nuggets have made their move.
They have made their mark on this game. At home, they are not going to want to give this away.
Margin at 9. This is the first of a run of 3 games at home for the Nuggets. Taylor, tough, tried to pass it off to Vodanovic. May have done enough there, Tommy V. They've got the Tuatara next Thursday night, the Nuggets. And then the following week, they're at home to the Hawks. And you look at this team, what they've managed in their opening 6 games. I didn't even have them finishing in my top 6.
What?
Unbelievable. Shame on me.
Shame on you. They have such a solid squad. I don't know how you could bet against them.
I don't know how I did either. And
whoa.
big foul off the ball there. Nuggets are going to come up with it. Was that Taylor?
I'd
Looked
love
like
to
a
see a
big push.
TJ
It was.
Garnos replay.
Definitely was Marlon Taylor with the push. Just picked up. Referee's right there on the spot, underneath the basket. And again, Saints turnovers in this last quarter are proving costly.
Yeah, those are the fouls you don't really want to give away at the moment. And again, another one on the same guy. It's not a smart basketball play, especially at this point in the game. You're down 9. You got to stop fouling. Don't let your emotions get a hold of you here. You see, he got beat on the full court drive and then just that extra bump there that cannot happen. As a coach, you're going to be bashing your head like, why are you fouling? Why are you doing that? His emotions are running high right now at this game.
And the Saints seemingly at both ends of the floor just putting themselves out of this game at the moment. Turnovers, fouls, errors. And this is the guy ahead of Harrison Withers, who have both been very good, let me tell you, but this is the guy that is making them pay.
He has been the glue for this Nuggets team in the second half and in the first half. He's just been so solid offensively and defensively.
He has 28 now. McLaughlin at the TAB, make it 29. Sam Timmins with a double-double tonight, 13 points, 12 rebounds. And that lead has blown to 11. It's a game-high lead for the Nuggets. Vodanovic again battling hard. He's tried to do all he can tonight for his beloved Saints.
Great
and
shot.
he comes up big again, Tom Vodanovic.
Beautiful job getting that offensive rebound. Great use of the pump fake, on balance, knocking down that 3, giving the Saints team another chance.
Tip in, big play, Sam Timmins responds. Vodanovic 24 in the game. Timmins moves to 15 in the game. Good baskets both ways.
His presence inside has been so crucial for this Nuggets team. And a great take by Smith-Milner there. Well done.
Saints sticking around. Certainly enough time for for them. This was the margin at half-time, believe it or not, 8 points. We've found our way back to it yet again.
Still a lot of time left in this game. Again, McLaughlin doing a great job.
That'll put him to the TAB as well.
How do you stop him? You know, he's so crafty, he can get in there. He's really getting into the heads of his defenders at the moment. You saw earlier, was able to draw double fouls against Lucius.
And he's not the man, Kaysen, that you want to be sending to the TAB either, because he's a perfect 6 of 6 tonight. Add another one.
He is having himself a night, shooting-wise.
Going at just under 76% from the stripe coming into this game. Perfect 7 of 7 right now. And you can make that 8 of 8. So every time the Saints are throwing down a challenge here in the last quarter, the Nuggets are responding in a major way. Adnam, can he weave some magic here? Can he come up with the mercurial? The pass is good to Vodanovic. Oh, just left. Sam Timmins spinning.
Beautiful move. Vodanovic and Adnam are so great with their ball fakes. They're able to get the defenders off the ground and drive and shoot and kick, and great use of the ball fake.
It's almost like a cartoon then. Sam Timmins did not have a clue where Tom Vodanovic had gone.
Very effective ball fake.
Sam Timmins back into the action. At the other end, good hand in there from Torhi Smith-Milner. That's his second block of the game. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Nice little handoff and a good left hand in there from Smith-Milner. Withers hands it over to the master tonight, McLaughlin. Coleman will fire away. Usually good for a 3 or 2 each game. That one misses, and the Saints need a basket here.
They definitely do. They've got to find the bottom of the hoop now more than ever.
Big opportunity. Taylor can't convert, and it'll end up back in the hands of the team in blue. And maybe this crowd here tonight at the Edgar Centre is starting to sense win number 7.
Hey, still a lot of game time left. The Saints still have an opportunity to catch fire from 3, bring it to a closer game.
McLaughlin keeps it alive. Out to Withers, steps back, does not hesitate. Todd Withers. Oh, big dagger right there from the Nuggets, number 0. McLaughlin with the setup, and Withers did not blink an eye.
As I said, there's a lot of game time left. They blap a 3 in their face. Commentator's curse, you say?
11-point margin. Well, equally, while we're talking about a lot of time for the Saints, there's also a lot of time for the Nuggets.
Yeah, a lot of time for them to do some more damage. They have come alive in this second half, capitalizing when they need to. All thanks to Ja'Cory McLaughlin and Sammy Timmins being active inside, getting those offensive rebounds, providing the second chance opportunities for this team.
TAB stats on the ladder leading Nuggets tonight. Todd Withers moves to 18. Doesn't seem that long ago that we were talking about him being well held. McLaughlin, 31 points, 7 assists, 3 steals. Both Withers and McLaughlin have drained 5 triples apiece. Michael Harris has 21, Timmins 15 points, 13 rebounds. He's certainly done his job tonight. And what I like about Robbie Coleman, just the 3 points for him. He's played 21 minutes, has become a key starter in this team, the young man. There he is, the Nuggets number 5. He just plays his role. He doesn't need to come up big. He just does his job.
You've nailed it on the head. That's the kind of player that you want, though, coming off the bench as well. He does such a good job, and he's not looking to score all the time. He's looking to distribute, but I really love his defense.
Well, he's definitely cemented himself as a starter in this unit, and those players off the bench you talk about, Kaysen, Bardsley and Knox, they're playing their roles as well. This is a very solid unit, the Nuggets. There's McLaughlin again, and there he is, Robbie Coleman, almost as if we scripted it. Another assist for McLaughlin and 2 triples tonight for Robbie Coleman.
He was so open on that play.
Hot pass inside Adnam. Bodies down everywhere. The Saints are down 2 players here. They can make him pay. Advantage, chance. Timmins got up. And in the end, I think Sammy might be saying to Michael Harris, were you shooting that or were you passing that?
It would have been a really nice play if he got the one-hand slam. But I don't know. Don't know what was happening there.
I think they're just trying to sort it out amongst themselves as well. Nuggets have ticked over to the triple figures. This is going to end up being a big win for the Otago Nuggets. McLaughlin again. That looks flat. It is. 90 seconds to play. Last quarter dominance by the home team tonight. Saints will be disappointed with this as Vidanovic nails another 3. He moves to 29, 5 of 7 from deep tonight.
He has had himself a game. He's been pivotal for this Saints team, keeping them in the game, both on defense and offense, crashing the boards when he needs to, being present inside and out, knocking down the threes when he needs to.
I remember seeing him put 10 triples away at the showdown in 2020, Tom Vidanovic. He was MVP of that competition. Nucius with some late points.
We still have a ball game here.
You think?
9 points. It's only 3 triples.
Okay. Speaking of triples, just to give you a little bit more scope on what we've seen tonight, the Nuggets, 16 of them from 38 attempts, going at 42%. The Saints, 10 of 29 at 34%.
And normally it's the Saints team that are making the threes fly and draining them with a high percentage outcome. But tonight it's the Nuggets.
I've actually got no problem with the Saints maybe landing 3 triples here in a minute. Seen them do it many, many times before. Timeout here. But they've got to get some stops at the other end.
Absolutely. They've got to really shut down the 3-pointers and not let McLaughlin dominate like he's been doing off the dribble and finding his teammates out wide. Also, you've got to stay strong on Pippen because he's catching fire at the end of this 4th quarter as well. Honestly, any of them can go.
Withers, yep.
Oh, Pippen, sorry.
You've seen a lot of Danny Pippen.
I've seen lately. A lot of Pippen. And they both shoot the ball so well.
Actually, they're very similar in some respects too, the way that they launch very quick. It's a quick release, isn't it?
No hesitation. I love it. Absolutely love the confidence that they have.
28-25 last quarter by the Nuggets tonight. They trailed by 3 at quarter time. They led by 8 at half time. And then, of course, the Saints made that run in the 3rd quarter. And it just looked like for a moment that maybe the visitors were going to do the damage tonight. But as much as we talked about the response from the Saints in the 3rd quarter, how about the response from the Nuggets? Probably from about 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter to what we see now.
Yeah, they've just been this strong unit we've seen all season. They're just their defense that transitions into offense. Like, they've taken care of the ball extremely well, minimal turnovers, and they're a great, fun bunch of guys to watch.
And they're starting to build a real fan base as well. Great crowd in attendance tonight here at the Edgar Centre. And they've got a couple of big weeks to come as Kyle Adnam calls for the Sky City player timeout. Now, of course, if you're new to this, it's a new innovation in the NZNBL this season. It was actually in the GJ Gardner Homes To'ihi last season. So the men playing under this new rule. Each team has 1 Sky City player timeout per half. It's only involving the players, no coaches. You can't go to the sideline. You can't interact with the coach or players on the bench. It's only the team. Should be an advanced ball here. Can't be on the baseline.
They were under the basket to start.
Sorry, it's at their end. I take that back. So this is the only time when you can bring it in underneath your own basket if you've actually taken the timeout from that position. I do apologise. They're into attack here.
Are we going to see another highlight reel dunk?
Well, straight into Vidanovic, who goes one-on-one with Coman, and Coman does really well, the young fella.
Great job by the Nuggets to get that stop. Unfortunate for the Saints team that wanted to capitalize on that Player City timeout. Todanovic not happy with the footing that Coleman had towing the sideline. But he was able to draw a foul.
Stick with us. Another big game of Sal's NBL coming up straight after this. You don't even need to change channels. Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank with you shortly. The Tuatara taking on the Hawks. Can the Hawks make it 2 from 2 on the road as they did back in round 1? They scored a pair of wins in round 1 against the Bulls and the Saints. They then went back home and lost 3 in a row, believe it or not, on their home floor. All of a sudden they're back on the road for another double, and they could take 2 wins from their trip if they can get the Tuatara tonight. Some late changes here as we'll get a timeout, and I think we'll see the Nuggets empty the bench. They lead this one by 10. Kason Bookman with us tonight on Sky Sport. Tell us what you've seen and your thoughts on this impressive, unbeaten team, the Otago Nuggets.
You've said it 1,000 times before, they're just such a solid unit. And me personally, I love their unselfishness on offense. Their willingness to make that extra pass and find their partner in the corner. And just the solidness on defense as well. They're absolutely relentless. When you think they're down, they make their way back. And they stick together through the whole game. And it's just great to see. Love it.
Well, we saw that ladder during the pre-game, and we know this Nuggets team and the Rams sit up comfortably in those top 2 positions, but the battle underneath that is quite extraordinary. Just a win separating 3rd all the way down to 10th. And the Giants in some form, got the Sharks last night. They head to take the Rams on tomorrow night in Christchurch, the late game. And gee, you would have thought the Rams, red hot favourites starting that. I'm not so sure now.
I'd like to see the matchup between the Nuggets and the Rams. That'll be a good game.
Well, the Nuggets right now, all they need to do, you'd think, is just one more stop here. Vodanovic launches, that's off to the left. And I think now this crowd senses their team is about to move to their 7th win of the season. What a start they've had, the reigning champs. Foul there called on Marlon Taylor. That'll send Matt Bardsley to the TAB. We've spoken about this a couple of times tonight. It's guys like Bardsley who are just playing an important role.
Yeah, he and Harris, they do such a great job getting to the hoop and cutting when necessary. And by the likes of Ja'Cory McLaughlin, they're getting the ball underneath and scoring when it matters. Not relying on the 3-ball as much, although they did knock down a number of threes tonight. I think, personally, they did a much better job driving to the basket. Getting to the TAB.
Saints move to 2 and 5 off this tonight. Certainly not panic stations given how tight the ladder is, but I think more importantly, just trying to string together consistent performances.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now more than ever, they need to start getting some wins, especially when they go back home. It's crucial for them to get that win.
And they take on a Sharks team next Sunday night in the capital. And that Sharks unit is coming off 2 losses, so they're going to be desperate and go in breathing fire. Adnan with some late points here for the Saints. He's certainly done a lot with the ball tonight, Kyle Adnan. 12 assists. He's got 9 points in the game. Freeman onto the court. Michael Rusk there as well, getting some late seconds. It doesn't matter because it's going to end up being a very solid win by the Nuggets tonight. Impressive stuff. They were tested early. They were tested in the 3rd quarter. They get the win. Doubleheader, Sal's NBL tonight. The Nuggets beat the Saints 103-94. Tuatara and the Hawks not too far away. Stick with us. Some late words here. Not sure what's going on there as the 2 teams are separated. Nuggets get the win. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're heading to Auckland on the other side of the break.
then they're gonna take it out.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be good